Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of finding the hope. The power of finding the hope. We live in a dark world. We live in pretty dark times, and I can't be the only one whose countenance has been somewhat changed, maybe even dampened by the reality surrounding us. Wars and rumors of wars, political chaos, financial instability, moral decay. I can't be the only one who's kind of freaking out a little bit about some of the things that are going on. But it's incumbent upon the believer to recognize that God is in control, that God has a plan for the world. God has a plan for your life. God is sovereign. God loves you, and God will work everything out for our good. Romans 8:28 is an oft go-to for us here at Hope for Today. It says, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good for those who are called according to his purpose." This is a reminder that regardless of how your countenance has been dampened, how your world has been darkened, even in this, there's hope. Even in this, God has a plan. Even in this, there's some semblance of good news and bad times. Perhaps it's a relationship. Perhaps it's a career moment. Perhaps it's something happening with your family. But God says, even in that thing, find the hope. Jesus is there somewhere working things out for your good. Fanny Crosby was born in 1820 in New York. She was stricken with blindness at just 6 weeks old. And in those days, to be sure, blind people had a very uncertain future ahead of them. But Fanny, at a young age, decided to make her troubles an opportunity for her to find hope. History tells us that even as a blind child, she memorized the entire Bible. For years, she would commit herself to 5 chapters of memory each and every week. As a child, she had memorized the entire Pentateuch. That's the first 5 books of the Bible. As a teenager, she could recite Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And by the time she had become an adult, she could do the whole Bible. Proverbs, Song of Solomon, several of the Psalms. She becomes one of the first students at the New York Institution for the Blind, where she becomes this great poet, to the tune of penning 9,000 hymns. The most famous of them all was a hymn entitled Blessed Assurance. Find the hope today, because Jesus promises that he'll give you a blessed assurance, even in the most darkest of moments in your life. Have hope, but you got to find it by looking to Jesus. That's Hope for Today. I'll see y'all next time.